Welcome to the Explore Real Estate Show. I am James Boslaw, your Fredericksburg area realtor and vacation rental investor. And this show is all about real estate in the Fredericksburg area, the Fawn Lake community, and the vacation rental space. I help people buy and sell homes because I believe that everyone should grow their wealth as they live in or own a home that they love. I also believe that everyone should feel confident when buying or selling a home, and confidence comes when you are well educated and informed. And that's what this show is all about. Enjoy the show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Explore Real Estate Show, where in today's episode, we are going to break down the real estate stats for the Fredericksburg area in the month of September, specifically in the month of September, but also we're going to look at it year to date, so January through September, and then lastly, we're going to look at the third quarter as a whole. So we have a lot of stats that are going to be coming your way. But just as a quick heads up, when we take a look at the snapshots of stats, when you look at the month itself, that gives you one picture. When you take a look at the year to date, it gives you a much larger picture. But when you look at the third quarter as a whole and in general, it also creates its own perspective. But all of these stats, all of these numbers are pretty consistent with one another. And it really does help establish what is going on in our local market. And that's the whole point of the show. As you guys know, the whole point of the show is to make sure that you guys are educated and informed so that you feel good whether you're looking to buy or sell a home. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to diving into a lot of data. There's a lot of interesting stuff here. So let's take a quick look at that. The first thing I want to look at is just the month of September of 2023. And as we look at those stats, this is what we see. The average sales price in September of 2023 is $475,000. That is actually up 6% from last September. So once again, that's encouraging. If you're a homeowner, sales prices are going up. Your house costs 6% more today than it did September of last year. Great news. The median sales price, a slightly different number, but the median sales price in the Fredericksburg area is $435,000. Which is a 4% increase from September of last year. So both the median sales price and the average sales price are up. Average sales price is up 6%, median sales price is up 4%. So if you wanted to average those out, you're looking at roughly about 5% increase in sales price if you're looking for a nice round number. But the overall sold dollar volume is down 17%. We've been talking about this for quite a while now. There's just fewer homes that are selling. This is in large part due to the interest rates, and that's where we stand. Also, because of those interest rates and homes maybe selling, taking a little bit longer for them to sell, the average days on market is only up 9%. So last year, on average, it took about 23 days for a house to go under contract. This year, it's a whopping 25 days, 2 days more. That's it. So what we are seeing as we look at this September to last September is that there is some leveling out that is taking place. Just a reminder, when I say leveling out taking place, the average appreciation that we see for home sale values is anywhere between 3 and 5%. And we're still on the higher end of that, but we're starting to see things kind of level off just a little bit. Now, if we were to take a look at a much larger snapshot of January of 2023 through September of 2023, these are the stats that we get when we do just that. First and foremost, the overall sold dollar volume is down 23%. So a significant amount less as far as homes being sold this year versus last year. But the average sales price year to date is $477,000. Compared to last year of 2022, year to date, it was $461,000. So we are actually seeing a 3% increase in the average sales price when you look at the year to date numbers. Once again, that's average appreciation. It's normal. It's a leveling off and more normal. The median sales price is actually $439,000, which is up 3% from last year as well. So when you look at things year to date, both the average and the median sales price is up about 3%. Once again, normal. The average days on market, if you were to look at this year, January through September, is actually quite a bit higher than last year. This year, the average days on market year to date is 27 days, which is not bad, about a month or less for you to get your home under contract. But last year at this time, January through September, the average days on market was 18. So we are seeing that homes are taking a little bit longer to sell. Nothing crazy here, but it is noticeable and something to be mindful of. Now what we want to do is we want to take a look at the numbers for the quarter. As you look at the third quarter of this year and you compare it to the third quarter of last year, we are 18% lower as far as overall sold dollar volume. The average sales price is up to $485,000, which is actually a 5% increase in the average sales price this quarter versus last quarter of 2022. And the median sales price is $450,000, which means that we are about 5% higher this year than we were last year. So all these numbers are telling us the same thing. Home sales are appreciating, and they are appreciating at much more normal levels. No longer are we appreciating in the teens, and our prices aren't going up like crazy. The average days on market this quarter compared to last year is about the same. This year, it's about 23 days on market before it goes under contract, whereas in last quarter, last year, it took about 21 days. So the numbers overall are showing us that things are leveling out. There is a lot of data that is showing us that home buyers right now the demand for homes are starting to wane. It's starting to slow down because of the rising interest rates. The moment I'm recording this episode, the interest rates are just under 8%, but they're definitely going in that direction, somewhere between 7.75% and 8%, depending on multiple variables. But because the interest rates are rising, buyers are not in as much demand as they have been in years past. Now, with that being said, there's not a lot of inventory either, which has really kept the sales price of homes, appreciating. And so as of right now, as of today, we have 1.8 months supply of homes of inventory in our market. So if you think about it this way, for those of you that can watch me using my hands on YouTube, if you're listening to this on Apple's podcast, if you could just imagine, but our level of interest of buyers has come down, but so has our inventory has also come down. So because of that, because of values really being based on supply and demand, supply has waned, demand has waned, but sales prices have stayed about the same. If not, they've gone up just a little bit. So this is definitely an interesting time to be in the market if you're a buyer. What that means is that, you have less competition. That you might be able to find a home and possibly negotiate a deal because homes are taking longer to sell. But if you're a seller, the values are still there. Matter of fact, the values are strong right now. It might take you longer to sell your home, but there is a chance that you're selling your home while the value of that home is still appreciating. But the general consensus and really the direction of the fourth quarter of this year and even going into next year, really the consumer sentiment is where are the interest rates going? There's been a lot of buyers that have been waiting on the sidelines. And if those interest rates come down, they are going to jump into the market. There's going to be bidding wars. Sales prices are going to go up. But if we see the interest rates remain high, then I think what we're going to see is that the values of the homes are either going to appreciate at a very slow pace or possibly even plateau or maybe even come down a little bit. And so really the sales prices are set to follow where the interest rates go. We have no idea what the interest rates are going to do. We are not in the business of predicting what the Fed's going to do and where the interest rates are going to go. But what we can say is that if you're a homeowner right now, you are still growing your equity. That's why buying a home is a great investment. Over the course of time, you are paying down that mortgage as your home is going up in value. And so if you are a homeowner, this is good news. If you are a buyer, things are tough right now. However, it could be tougher in the future. If you listen to my last episode where we talk about whether it's better to buy a home now or later, there's certainly pros and cons. But if you are looking to buy a home now, I do think that there's a possibility that you're able to snag a home before the home sale prices go up even higher in the future. But regardless of whether you're looking to buy or sell a home now or later, every situation is different. and you definitely need to take a look at what's going on in our local market and get that local expertise and advice. And that is something I'd be more than happy to do for you. You can always reach me at my website, which is explorewithjb.com, where you can reach out to me. You can also subscribe to the show if you're watching this on YouTube, or follow it if you're listening to it on Apple's podcast. The next few months are going to be very interesting as far as what direction things go in. We've seen the values of homes and the appreciation come down from extremely high levels to more normal levels. And we have a feeling that the next few months are really going to dictate what direction things go in as we approach 2024. So we have interesting times ahead. But as always, subscribe to the show, follow the show, make sure that you are staying up to date on the most recent episodes that I'm putting out so that you can stay educated and informed and know what's going on in our local market. If you have any questions, reach out to me at my website at explorewithjb.com. I am here to serve, and I hope you have a great day and an awesome week. We'll catch you on the next episode.